We got ourselves team one together with Elwood in the back. We got Lazy Kitty on the back foot as well. Reverend's joining in. It looks like it's going to be first up as a Destruction Warlock versus Chill Pills. Going back to that on a Holy DK. Going to be a pet, empowered, a bomb limb, sprouting with a pet, stunning, and the silence following. Reverence might be in big trouble. Is going to go for a port. Try to see if they can just escape Chill Pills as best as possible. Going to be more death goals getting spammed down by the Death Knight. Reverence could be in big trouble with that wall. Might need to use more here. I don't even know if they could do more. We're going to be more to call in Chill Piss. Doesn't get hit with a Stone Reverence. I think going for the Human Rations to break out of it. Going to be a quick reflect on the Chill Piss as they're able to finally get a couple bolts over and chilled with an Infernal to follow. Trying to make the most damage happen. That's going to be the succubus CC on the Chill Pill. Trick inside of it. Reverence super low in health. And I think it's going to be down for the count, I think. Wait, did Chill Piss get a... Are you a tier set gamer? Hold on. Wait, is Chill Piss... No, I think it was Apocalypse at the end. That was just so much damage in the opener by the both of them. With Chill Piss going super aggressive, going to be that IBF for the Death Knight, trying to see if they can deal with Chicago. Going to be that Earth Elemental joining in. All red and enraged. This is going to be the A-bomb joining in for Chicago. Getting hit with that Apocalypse from Necromantic Bargain. Shadow damage. Just playing more like a shadow damage DK build. Sounds of Chicago. Unable to heal themselves for a bit. The Spell Warden Trinket is giving them a little bit of survivability. AMS up for Chill Pills as they're just looking for a bit of a reset. Flesh guy behind the pillar as the Ghost Raptors are in, trying to get some bites, trying to get some claws and onto the shield. But Chill Pills is at least able to recover a little bit of health, with Fleshcraft letting him recuperate a lot of their health. Going for another Necromantic Bargain. Apocalypse, bunch of damage on Chicago, just ramping up a ton. Gonna be mages that are joining in. Looks like it's gonna be more ghouls. Wait, he does it. He's Searson Gamer. Wait, he just spawned in a ghoul. He literally just spawned in a ghoul. At least he got the 2-piece bonus. I don't know if he's got the 4-piece, but he's definitely spawning in more random ghouls throughout the arena match. Except I think all these ghouls are attacking. Spawning at least one. Is there a ghoul right there? No, the ghoul was there though. Look at that. You can see it dead on the side of the box. Stone in Chicago. Chill Piss going for the big A-bomb limb. Chicago trying to wall this off and maybe get some damage in onto Chill Piss. It's going to be a quick flash cut. Does Chill Piss go for an interrupt? He does land the interrupt. Got a little bit of health with a Lichborn. AMS is up to prevent some of the damage from Chicago. Chicago tried to retreat a little bit. Stuns on him on top. I don't think it's ever going to reach Chill Piss. He did have a pre-MS for it anyway. Sounds in Chicago. Denying him any kind of healing. Could be big damage to Chicago. It looks like there's going to be potentially... Is that a Soul Reaper? Are you playing Soul Reaper on that thing? Chicago super low in health. Gonna be short side by the pet. Is gonna summon yet another ghoul in there. Is just trying to maintain the damage as best possible. It's gonna continue to do pressure on Chicago. It might be in a really tight spot. Chicago is gonna hit with a death call yet again. Chill Pills just absolutely. Oh, try to go for it. You're trying to go for a gateway. Cool. It wasn't even just Chicago that got sent through the gateway. It's just their. It's just their body. Unforged. Elwood gonna be up next. Just watch Reverence in Chicago get absolutely clawed down by the ghoul and the clawing shadows of Chill Pills. Gonna be the pet empowered immediately as Elwin trying to go for a stun on to Chill Pills. Trying to see if he can get a big charge. Gonna be a quick interrupt onto Elvin. With an AMS for Chill Pills, going to be a stun onto the Demon Hunter. Just trying to avoid him as best as they can. That's going to be a quick catch up with the flash gun. Going to be a quick, swift charge interrupt by Elvin, though. Landing that interrupt, actually denying Chill Pills quite a lot of health. And Chill Pills going for the pet sacrifice by the looks of it. Maybe summoning a freshening ghoul in a little bit, too. Or not. There goes the ghoul summon. I guess I had to delay it a little bit. Definitely has a lot of runic power. Could go for a lot of death strikes. Needs to take a lot of damage from Elvin, though, before he goes in for a bunch of death strikes. I think Chill Piss just avoiding Elvin as best as possible, waiting for cooldowns to be back up. IBF as they get pressured by the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter does have a demon spawning in. Could slay the demon anytime they want to. Is this demon? This demon doesn't do a lot of damage to it, does it? I think maybe together with those pets, if we just let the demon do damage to him, maybe. Elvin picking up the Demon Soul, empowering himself by 20% more damage, but also give himself quite a bit of a heal. Metamorph is down for Elvin, though. Does Elvin play the short meta? It looks like only 2 minutes left on the meta. I think they might be playing the short meta. Gonna be a stun on Chill Pills. Does have AMS for it. Could be in big trouble. Need himself a little bit of healing. Lichborn is up. Need himself a death calls in order to heal himself. Elvin has got a low in health too. Looks like the pets are gonna be all around him. The pet is just continuing to charge at him. Gonna be the mages that they're blasted out. Elvin from a distance. Gonna be first aid, but it's gonna get interrupted. Chill Pills trying to get an interrupt on the first aid. Chill Pills is gonna be under a ton of pressure. Elvin recovered a lot of health while in demon form. Chill Piss has himself a bar of runic power. Needs to wait, I think, until he gets himself the Apocalypse with a Necromantic Bargain. Maybe go for a big old shadow damage. and maybe give himself a couple death strikes on Elwin, or maybe wait until Lichborn's back up. Try to go for a death strike. There's going to be a stun. I think Demon Hunter just have him here. I think Chillpill's going to be in big trouble. Try to go for yet another death strike. Stun on Demon Hunter. Does he have anything to finish him off? Maybe he can go for a pet empowerment. Death go get it sent out. Just try to play as aggressive as he can while trying to keep himself alive. Trying to do as much damage as possible to the Demon Hunter. Going to be the I-beam, missing him for a second. Amos coming back up very, very soon. Chillpill's going to be in big trouble. Elwin does go for a second. Metamorphosis does play the short meta. And Chillpills does have AMS coming back up. Maybe he can use AMS in order to survive a little bit of damage from Elwin. It's trying to go for as much damage as possible. It's going to be cheat death. Does it take out the Demon Hunter at the end? Looks like he's going to end up executing Demon Hunter, even though it's a cheat death mechanic. Chillpills is done for the count, but at least ends up taking him down. With Crown going to be up next as a Frost Mage, blinking away from Lazy. He's going to go for a quick construct, trying to go for Big Deathborn. Ultra time is up. Is that what you got? A lot of free casts in there. Is Lazy just going to fight a Frost Mage just out in the open with a Big Deathborn while they have the Aegis Trinket? Crown is playing a really weird build. I guess a different build that I remember. I guess Mage is really playing a did they really play normal Icy Veins and no longer Ice form? Maybe that is a lot stronger. Crown going for as many defenses as possible. Drop it down run power. Trying to ramp up even more. Frostbolt to the Lazy. Every single Frostbolt he uses while Mages of the Dead is up gets him a little bit more damage. Just a little bit more ramp up. Crown is bleeding out profusely though. Aegis unable to really help him. Unless he got summoned for this. I think he's just going to wait out for Lazy. Does get himself a shield. It's going to be somehow a freeze him to Lazy. Trying to go for more Frostbolts. It's going to be a ring of Frozen Orb. Lazy does end up forcing out a big Ice Block out of Crown though. And Crown, I think, is just going to wait out for the Ice Block to heal himself up to full. Definitely needs to find a way to keep the cat out of stealth and in combat as best as possible. It's going to be the Skull Bash onto Frost. It's going to be the ultimate for Crown. Just survive it. Flash Cut to follow. Cannot get interrupted. And Lazy just trying to continue letting those dots, letting the big bites, letting the everything at least burn through the Fleshcraft. Just so he has one less defense to deal with a Mage. Mage got nothing left, actually. Could blink out of stuns at the very least. But outside of that, I think it's over. Gonna be a bash, but Lazy. Interrupt available for the Mage. So Lazy knows he can't really go for a Convoke, but can just build up for a big old bite and then chomp down onto the Mage with B cubed. Is it not B cubed next? Is it Demontrix? It is Demotrix. Okay. It is gonna be Demo instead as a Fire Mage this time. Interesting. Gonna be a stun opener by Lazy. Demo trying to go for a bit of a breath onto Lazy Cat as I try to go for a bit of a go again on Demotrix. No interrupt. Wait, does he get interrupted? He does get interrupted. I thought he might have gotten interrupted on Arcane maybe. Lazy is looking to get out of there in travel form behind the pillar. 8 minutes into the duel, 21% dampening. Demotrix kind of find himself rooted out in the open. He's gonna have to wait for Lazy. Lazy actually denied that stun opener. I guess maybe he still had Master Burning. That or Demo as Lazy caught a restealth. Try to go for Fire Blast and does end up getting one in. It's gonna be a big combustion coming down for Demo. Lazy trying to see if he can survive it. Bear from Barskin trying to see if he might be able just to outlive the damage out of the combustion Mage. Gonna be a shifted power for Demo as they are gaining back defenses, utility CC, as well as offensive cooldowns back. Basher to Demo does not play normal blink, but it looks of it. Lazy just continuing to get the bleeds in. Skull Bash onto fire. Demotrix with an ultra time should be able to live. Lazy Cat is going for power shifting, and then there's a full Berserk available for Lazy Cat as well. Ring of Fire getting set up. Maybe a bit of damage to Lazy Cat. Is going to do percentage damage. Lazy does take a little bit of damage for getting singed up. Demotrix trying to line up some kind of damage. Maybe trying to get some fireballs. But there's just gonna be Ice Block. It is gonna be Ice Block for the Convoke. I feel like so far Lazy has got one of the deadliest Convokes in the game. Every 1 minute it's gonna be just a big old setup, big old damage. The Demotrix is gonna definitely have to use a defensive 4. Has a Trinket back for the next one. Trying to see if he can freeze Lazy Cat. Has a Trinket in case he needs to. And Demotrix is gonna go for the Rain of Fire. Potentially, if he could get a slow into Lazy Cat, keep him in place. Lazy Cat just got so much mobility. It's really difficult to keep this Feral in place. Lazy Cat is going to walk back into the Ring of Fire. It is going to do a bit of damage to him. Demotrix trying to go for shared power. No in trouble. Lazy Cat. The Demotrix got his cooldowns back up. Combustion's back up really early, but Lazy's behind the wall, so there's no way he's going to poke his head out in front of the Mage, who's got himself some of the biggest damage possible. Lazy Cat actually going for a reset completely. So Demotrix, that's his cooldown going kind of to waste. The Mage is not doing super good. Ring of Fire. Lazy has plenty of health. He can stay in the ring of fire for a while. Demonology might be in big trouble. That's going to be most likely cauterized in just a moment. Trying to get a fireball in there. Does get him some big cauterize. Does he have any more defenses at all? Does he have any damage whatsoever? Trying to go for ruining power. Does he have anything whatsoever? Another bite, but Lazy, I think it's going to be over the bleeds. Seed pod. Lazy doesn't need to take down the seed pod really quickly. And should be able to with bi cubed or b cubed. If this rogue ends up getting a proper open onto Lazy before he catches a reset, then he might have the advantage. Going for the cheap shot while he's in bear form, which is an interesting move. Thorns up for Lazy. This B cube looking for a bit of that reset. 11 minutes 50 seconds into the duel, as Lazy Cat going for regrowth. B cube diving into stealth. Looks like there's a bleed on him. Bashed by Cat. Does he go maybe for damage? Looks like can go ahead and do it. B cube is playing on Orc, so he does sit stuns for a little bit less long, unless Lazy was already in bear form or in cat form for maybe a convoke. It does make it a little bit difficult to pull that burst off. Going to be a bar skin for Lazy Cat. B cube backing up out of there for a second. Maybe going for a shadow step. Trying to see if he could juke Lazy Cat. That's exactly what happened. Lazy with a bar skin. Maybe Cat trying to catch himself a reset. Main with the B cube does get a trick in with a kitten shot back to Lazy. Lazy has a trick in case he wants to use it. Is going to use it as the resonant trinket coming down. Is able to escape the resonant trinket, but did have to burn a cooldown for the cooldowns of the rogue. Rogue could potentially go for an evasion right here. Lazy, I think, is looking to set up some big bleeds. It's going to be thorns up as well. Rogue does have a cloak for it, but does he stay in? Has an evasion. Continue to stab at Lazy. And Lazy is going to go for a bit of a moonfire, looking for the reset. Beacon is going to be behind the pillar, has a moonfire on him, could go for a cloak of shadows, as long as Lazy is able to get an opener onto B cubed before the dots run out on the rogue. He might be able to get himself a proper opener. B cubed out for a second. Lazy does he go for a moonfire. Looks like Lazy is just going to kind of let the rogue catch back into stealth. Main before the rogue can get a proper opener on Lazy is continuing to just get big bleeds onto the rogue, blind onto Cat. B cubed looking for a bit of reset, needs to dive back into stealth. Did he just burn a self heal sippy cup? He might have used the Kyrian sipping cup in order to give himself a little bit of health to work with. 50% dampener. I think B cube should be clean. Oh no, he's not clean. Or is he? No. Wait, yes he is. Maybe he wasn't clean for a sec. I was like maybe he sippy cupped out of it with the Kyrian, just to remove all his bleeds. Cheap shot by the rogue. Kyrian burst to follow. Lazy Cat going in for a bar skin while in bear form. Is playing the big tanky legendary, so he got himself lots of survivability. Stun to the rogue, no way out. Big convoke, big bites, does land the kick at the end, but it doesn't even matter. Lazy Cat ends up taking him out. Is Lazy with 3-0? Lazy with a 2-0. Chillpills with 3. Chillpills getting that execute kill at the very end too versus the Demon Hunter as they go into cheat death. That was awesome. I think we've only seen a handful of times when you get like the Deathborn revelries or Forgeborn revelries, whatever that cheat death.